name's Janelle and welcome back to another Behind the Brand video. It's currently Monday morning and this week is all about getting the Hana wrap skirt pattern ready for launch. The pattern itself is finished, it's currently getting printed as we speak, but this week is all about getting all the other bits and pieces ready for the release day. Today I'm hoping to work on some new sewing kits to release with the pattern, and I also am going to be filming the instruction video that goes along with the pattern this week as well. So it's going to be a really busy week this week, but it's also going to be very exciting. So I thought I would film the whole process of it so you can see a little bit of what goes into making a sewing pattern. If you're new to my channel and have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, then I actually make and sell sewing patterns on the side of making my videos, and I'm currently in the process of making my next sewing pattern, which is going to be a wrap skirt. My patterns are available in both paper and digital forms, and a couple of weeks ago I sat down and designed the pattern envelope that the paper pattern is going to be packaged into, and they have arrived. They're in this box here, and I'm so excited to show you the first look at what the Hana wrap skirt pattern looks like. So without further ado, let me show you this pattern envelope. Okay, so here is a massive box of 500 pattern envelopes, and every pattern that I've kind of created so far has a kind of color theme. So let me show you the color of this next pattern. So this is what the Hana skirt pattern looks like. I've gone with this really beautiful terracotta orange color, which I'm just so in love with at the moment. And I found some paper to make the instruction booklet out of. That's exactly the same shade. So I think it's going to look really, really cute. So I have 500 envelopes printed out here. These envelopes are actually going to last me a long, long time, hopefully. I just like to get a bulk amount printed so I don't have to keep ordering more. But yeah, I'm just so happy with how these envelopes turned out. I think they're so cute. So the Hana wrap skirt pattern is going to be released exactly 1 week from this video on the 16th of May. I'm just so excited for it to be released and out there into the world. And I'm so excited to see you all make your own Hana wrap skirts. So like I said at the start of this video, this week is all about getting ready for the launch day. At the time I'm filming this video, it's just under 2 weeks away, and I have a huge to-do list that I need to get done before then. So that's kind of what I'll be tackling this week. Today's plan is to start working on a batch of new sewing kits. So as you may remember, when I released my willow wrap dress pattern, I had a few limited amount of sewing kits available to purchase the pattern with. So in the kits you got a tote bag, the fabric to make the dress out of, and the pattern and the cotton. And I'm planning on doing the same this time, but for the wrap skirt pattern instead. So on the weekend I actually spent some time screen printing a heap of calico to make the tote bags, and then I also made a whole bunch of tote bag handles as well. So today's plan is to just finish making all of the tote bags, hopefully, and figure out exactly how many sewing kits I'll have available for you. But yeah, I'll be sharing more about the fabrics that are available for the kits later in this video. So here is one of my finished tote bags already done. They are very simple, just a plain calico tote bag. I actually use remnant calico. I picked up a bunch of remnant calico when I used to work at Spotlight. I try to use fabric that is kind of destined for the bin and give it a new life. So I've been able to cut out, I think, about 15. So hopefully I can get them all done today. Also, I have the craziest story to share. Last week I shared a thrift with me type video, and I showed these amazing seersucker gingham pillowcases that I found, and I was really devastated that I could only find the pillowcases as the bed sheets were already gone. And it just so happened that the lady that donated these pillowcases and the bed sheets watches my videos, and so she got in touch with me and let me know that she still had the comforters that she kind of didn't need anymore, and very kindly offered to give them to me. I still can't believe it. They're massive and they're beautiful, and there's so much fabric there. Ugh, look at them. They're just huge and amazing, and I just feel so lucky. Her name is Kylie. Thank you so much, Kylie, if you're watching this video. I'm just stoked with these beautiful bed sheets. Yeah, I feel very lucky. Thank you for so kindly gifting them to me. Just look how much fabric is there. And aren't they amazing? I just love gingham and I love seersucker, so I'm just over the moon with these. Okay, so the tote bags are all finished. I'm really happy with how they've turned out. They're just really simple, but I don't know, I'm proud of them. I love that I make them completely myself, even the screen printing, and I'm really happy with how they look. So now I'm going to sort through this fabric here. These are some of the fabric options I will have available for the kits. I just need to measure them out and see how many kits I can get out of each. For the wrap skirt, you need about 2 meters of fabric. So I'm going to be checking if there's enough there of each of these. And then hopefully I can get at least 2 or 3 kits per fabric. Okay, so I have just cut up all of the fabric and there's enough fabric for 15 sewing kits. And I also have a whole heap of cottons here to go with the kits as well. Here's a look at all of the elements that will be available in the sewing kits. So here are the cute little Rosary apparel tags. Come on, focus. I have a heap of these left over from when I used to make and sell my own handmade clothes. So yeah, you'll get one of those, the cotton that matches the fabric, and a copy of the Hana pattern as well. And they will all be nicely packaged up in a Rosary apparel tote bag. I just love putting these sewing kits together so much. I love sourcing the fabrics and then making the tote bags and packaging everything up together. It's just a really fun kind of product to create. So yeah, that's basically the sewing kits finished. Like I said, all up there will be 15. Last time I put them on sale, they sold out within 6 minutes. So yeah, if you did want to get your hands on one of these kits, then you're going to want to snap them up pretty quickly. They're going to be on sale on the 16th of May at 8:30 AM Australian Eastern Time, I think it is. I'll leave all the info in the description below. But for now, I need to start planning the instruction video that I'm actually going to be filming tomorrow. So that's probably going to take me all day. It's meant to be a really beautiful sunny day tomorrow, which is perfect conditions for filming. So these are the fabrics I'm going to be making the example wrap skirts out of for the instruction video. This one was a vintage find that I got on eBay. I actually filmed the whole online shopping process when I purchased this fabric, and that video will be coming out in a couple of weeks' time. So definitely stay tuned for that to see me kind of find this beautiful fabric and purchase it. This one here is a beautiful gingham linen fabric by the fabric store. It's in the color blush, and oh my goodness, I am obsessed with it. It's been on my want to buy list for the longest time, and I thought to make the beautiful Hana wrap skirt, I wanted a really special fabric, and so I decided to splurge and pick this one up. And it is so divine. I'm so excited to start cutting into it tomorrow. And then the last fabric is just a plain cotton fabric in this beautiful cinnamon color. I just think it ties in really nicely with this vintage floral fabric I found, and I just think it's a beautiful color. And yeah, you're going to have to wait till next week to see the video of me making the wrap skirts out of these beautiful fabrics. While I share a little time lapse of me making the skirts, I thought I would share some of the features of this sewing pattern. I had a few people asking whether or not it's easy to customize the length of the pattern, and yes, I'm happy to report it is. I've included instructions on how to lengthen or shorten the pattern, and I'll also be sharing how to do it in detail in the instruction video. So yes, you will be able to customize the length of the pattern to make it uniquely yours and to suit your style. Some of the other features I love about this pattern include the fact that it's super quick to make. You could easily whip this pattern up in an afternoon. It's an amazing project for beginners. It's very easy and comfortable to wear due to the wrap design. There are 3 different styles available in the one pattern. It's available in sizes 4 to 24, and it has pockets which are hidden in the side seams. Basically, I'm very proud of this pattern and I'm so excited to be sharing it with you. So it's a couple of days later now, and yesterday I spent the entire day filming the instruction video that will go along with the pattern, and I'm really happy to say that it turned out so well. I'm pretty happy with the footage, and the skirts have turned out so beautiful. Let me show you them. Here they are. Just how divine do these 3 skirts look together? The fabrics are so beautiful, and they've just turned out way better than I hoped they could. I cannot wait to wear all 3 of these in summer. It's actually freezing cold here today, so I'm really sad I won't be able to wear them anytime soon. But I am actually going to go away on a holiday soon, and I'll be taking these with me because where I'm going will hopefully be a lot warmer than Tasmania. I just need to take a moment and talk about how good these 3 fabrics look together as well. I feel like the fabrics complement one another so nicely, and yeah, I'm really excited to get in and start editing this video. Also this morning, I went and got a whole heap of the instruction booklets that will go along with the paper pattern printed. So now I have the fun task of stitching all the booklets together. I do this every time with all of my paper patterns. I have a little instruction booklet. Let me get the actual instructions so I can show you what I mean. Okay, so this beautiful terracotta paper is going to be the cover of the booklet. So it just says instructions on the front. And then the instructions themselves consist of 2 pieces of A4 paper. These instruction booklets are definitely a labor of love. I write up all the instructions and then draw up all the diagrams myself. So it takes quite a while to actually get the instruction information together. And then I use my sewing machine to stitch all the pages together to create a little booklet that will go in with the paper pattern. So I'm going to get started on stitching up these booklets now. I actually find this part of the pattern making process really satisfying. It's actually really mindless work, which a lot of my projects aren't, and most of the projects I work on actually take a lot of thinking through and using my brain. So I'm excited to just put on a podcast and stitch away pretty mindlessly today. I also got a text this morning saying that the printed patterns might arrive today, which is actually a lot earlier than I was expecting. So I'm really excited about that, and hopefully they do arrive so I can spend the rest of today folding up those patterns. So this is what one of the finished instruction books look like. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know all about these instruction books, but I'm showing this just in case there's anyone new watching. So I try to make my patterns as easy and beginner friendly as possible. So there are never too many instructions because that's just the way I like to sew personally. I try not to make things more complicated than they need to be. And then at the end, there's just a little section where you can write some notes if you have any notes you want to add to your pattern. You also get an instruction booklet with the digital pattern as well, but I just keep that in A4 paper, and that way if you want to keep it digital and keep it on the computer as you sew, you can just go through the pages and follow the instructions that way. And also there's obviously the instruction video as well, which is what I filmed yesterday. So if you're a visual learner, you'll be able to follow along with me as I make the pattern, and you'll be able to see all the steps one by one. I'm about halfway through the pile of instruction booklets, and I've been stitching them together for about 3 hours non-stop, so you can kind of see just how long it takes to make these instruction booklets. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break for now, as I hope to actually announce the Hana pattern on Instagram tonight, so I'm going to have a play around and see if I can get a really nice Instagram shot of the pattern. So yeah, I'm going to create a bit of a flat lay. I might include the skirts in the shot as well. I'm just going to have a play around and see what I can come up with. The patterns have just arrived. This massive box is filled with printed paper patterns. Let me open it up and I'll show you what's inside. I'm a little bit out of breath. There is so many A0 sheets of paper here. So I've actually am going to restock a few of the other pattern designs before the launch day as well, as I was running low on some of the size sets for the other patterns I have available. But these two here are the Hana patterns. So I'm going to unroll these ones now, just so they can lay flat, and then I might get to folding them later this afternoon. Oh my goodness, I have so much folding ahead of me. So as you can see, I fold up the big A0 piece of paper into this compact little package that fits perfectly in the printed envelopes. So I package one of these along with one of the instruction booklets into the envelopes, and that's the paper pattern complete. So what I do is I fold up all of the patterns and then compress them under a pile of books or magazines just overnight, and I find that makes them so much easier to package the next day. So yeah, that is basically what the rest of my day is going to be looking like. As mindless as this part of the pattern making process is, it's actually really tiring. I'm definitely feeling it in my back this afternoon, being hunched over the sewing machine all day and now hunched over these patterns folding them. But I just love the whole process of using my hands to create something so much, and I feel really grateful to be able to do creative fun things like this every single day, and it's all thanks to you purchasing these patterns and supporting me in such amazing ways. So yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support just means the absolute world to me. So far the this morning, I've just been continuing on stitching up all of these instruction booklets. I managed to get a fair bit done yesterday, but I'll just keep stitching them up when I find pockets of time over the next few days. But I did manage to fold up all of the A0 patterns yesterday, and they've just been sitting under a bunch of magazines getting nice and compressed to make it a lot easier to package them up today. Let me show you the whole compression station. So overnight I just had the patterns stacked with a bunch of Frankie magazines and other kind of heavier boxes on top of them. So now they're looking nicely flat packed and compressed. So now it's time to start packaging these up into the envelopes. That's about half of the patterns packaged up, ready to be put away. I put a little sticker on the back of the size 14 to 24 sets, just so I can differentiate that set to the 4 to 14. So if you didn't know, yeah, I have two size sets, the 4 to 14 and the 14 to 24. I include size 14 in both size sets, so if you're in between sizes, you should be covered still. So now that the paper patterns are all packaged up, I now need to get started on the digital pattern. So with the digital pattern, I have the A0 document that you can print out the full pattern. And I also have a tiled A4 document. And that's the part that takes the longest to create. So I'm going to get started on that. The process of making the digital pattern is just a lot less visually stimulating than the physical one. It's just going to be a whole heap of me at my computer for the next few days. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of the making process of my Hana wrap skirt pattern. This week has just been such a joy. It's been so fun to see the whole pattern kind of come together this week. Making the sewing kits as well has just been so much fun, and I'm really excited to share it with you so soon. I did just want to mention as well, if you are interested in purchasing the pattern, then make sure you join my email list. I'll have a link to it down below, as I always share a little exclusive discount with my newsletter readers when I launch a new pattern. So yeah, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then definitely sign up down below. But yeah, apart from that, I will see you all again next week on the 16th of May at 8:30 AM for the release of the Hana pattern. Have a lovely day and thanks for watching.